So we had an emotional, I would say, experience at Lamborghini yesterday. We are so close finishing the Eddie Van Halen Muro. Yeah, to see that car be born again as basically a new car in the red with the black is going to be spectacular. So we're not going to show you too much yet, but completely breathtaking yesterday and completely emotional. So our trip summarizes essentially visiting friends and people from our daily workings, and you know, we do a ton with Top Motors, we do a ton with Cremonini. We're now on our way to see another really incredible artisan here in Italy. We'll see if we're allowed to film or not at his facility. We'll stay tuned for that. We'll see. But one of the other things yesterday that was so special was we had the opportunity to see for the first time our Grigio Telesto LP640, the second generation of the Murcielago manual transmission car. So I think recently with factory records we determined that for the world, let me see, and this is an important number. Okay, so we determined for the world that there were 88 manual LP640 coupes, another 16 manual LP640 roadsters for the world. So imagine less than 100 cars, which is completely insane. A little bit more than 100 cars. My math doesn't work so well in the morning. So this is one of those cars. There's probably 4 or 5 in Grigio Telesto. I think historically what's so special about the Grigio Telesto color, not just the fact that it's honestly gorgeous in person. I think it's better in person than it is photos, but that is the Batman color. If you're a movie buff or a Batman fan, Christian Bale famously drove the LP640 Grigio Telesto car in one of the movies, or I think the Joker smashes into it or something like that. Somebody smashes into the car. And we're actually still chasing that car as well. But this car is almost identical spec, 7,000 miles. We purchased it in Germany years ago now. And because it's European spec, we can't bring it to the US yet. We may do a full EPA DOT conversion to officially import that car. But it's just, I mean, you can't replace that car. You can't duplicate it. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And then on our schedule today, I mean, that's one of the things, guys, that, you know, it's hard sometimes to get away with. You've got family, you've got kids, you have all these things going on. But at any given point, I mean, this is my daily checklist here. And it's like, you know, we're working on right now expanding our Miami Concours event. There's a lot of stress around events and doing events. So I think we're going to have to internally decide how far we want to go with all of our activities, but we have this incredible opportunity. I can't talk about it just yet, but we'll definitely follow the progress of the event. We actually just sold an incredible Koenigsegg. We're wrapping that deal up, a CCXR manual. Gabe from our team is delivering that car right now in Utah. We're making sure all goes well with that. We just purchased, which is basically one of my dream cars. This will be upcoming on a future video, a Bugatti Veyron that we'll talk about, working on that and making sure that that's paid off and that gets inspected right, because you can make a massive mistake. And all of these things that we're constantly following up with. So there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of things that we have to support while we're on the road. But now we're on our way to the next stop, and then the final stop of this trip will be our friends at Cremonini, and we're inspecting essentially 2 Countaches that'll be prepared for restoration. The final inspection of our Diablo SE30 Jota. I've actually never seen the car in person. It's been in restoration for about a year. We may drive it today, we'll see. And that car is basically it's ready for its next home, so that's exciting. And then I'm trying to think what else Cremonini has in their hands right now for us. We're also finishing another Mira P400 at Cremonini, so that's on my list somewhere, and we're going to go over the details shortly. And you know, he had a 275 GT before as well.
Really?
And a Lusso. In another car, he's like, I don't know what my father did. Just give me an estimate for everything mechanical to get it running and driving.
Okay, this is one thing. For the body, what we ask you want to
Nothing.
nothing. So we leave it like it is without headlamp. Okay, perfect. This is really helpful. For
No,
me,
nothing.
For me, it's better.
Yeah. It's at the end of the street on the right.
Ciao! Good. It's good. Everything's good. Ciao, Jordi. How are you?
Please, cool.
Come in.
Man, it's gorgeous.
We did our best.
Man, it came out gorgeous.
Bad day today to go on the
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
It's not a nice time to rain, too much rain and everything. But I'm ready for the shipping.
So we should.
Okay.
Not yet?
The guy that arranged the transport.
Okay.
He sent an email. He sent an email this morning that he said the car will come next week, Monday or Tuesday.
Let's do some photos of you with a sample of the original color.
Yeah.
That would be
We
very
can do.
cool.
We can do that
Because you know this is the only one. They made 3. Yes.
Canna di Fucile.
Yeah. And then the
So-
only things will fill this.
We close the holes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
And then the bag is wrong.
Yes, it's not the Countach.
No. So they put that wrong. Yeah. No.
No, a lot of things.
There's a lot of things. Yeah.
A lot of things, but we will fix everything. I ask you one thing that you know better than me.
Yeah.
These are
Original. Yeah. 88 and a half. So this is a late car, and it has the digital AC.
Uh-huh.
So the last 6 months of production had the AC with these.
With this kind of
Yeah.
seals.
Yeah.
So we keep this interior, or you want to do
Let's get a quote from.
from an Interni Auto?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You have time today to stay around here?
Yeah.
So I think we can go for food,
Let's do it.
and after food we can go to Fiorano, and I show you the new place
Wow,
where we go.
great.
In a couple of months we move, and so that it is.
Fantastic.
Where was that car found? I saw it's right-hand drive.
So that car is probably one of the most special Yotas of the Yotas made. For argument's sake today, we're gonna say there was 28 kits installed on the Diablo SE30s, the Yota kit. The Yota kit was a 600 horsepower kit that included a new induction system, intakes, cams, exhaust, ECUs, etc. We've talked about this many times. But what was interesting is there's always an argument of whether a car is a factory car or not a factory car. What's interesting about that car specifically, it was the UK press car. So there was actually press releases that came out about that car with photos in period.
Oh, wow.
Then once it was the UK press car, it went to the London Motor Show, and it was on display in a full yellow car display. So it was the only Yota ever made from the factory with yellow wheels, yellow interior, yellow gauges. So it's yellow. You know, when we originally found it, someone called us, and we kind of probably could have sold it as is, but I said, okay, such an important car, it needed to be preserved and gone through. So we ended up spending a fortune. Engine was pulled, everything was done by Top Motors in the engine, full paint. All of the cosmetic details, Roberto and the team at Cremonini did lights and different things like that. So it's really important for us to let that car live a new life. we probably should have kept it. I think it's one of 2 or 3 right-hand drive cars ever produced as a Jota. Very rare. It's the only one in that spec. History, blah blah blah, and now today it's perfect. So that being said, I'm not bitter. I'm very, very happy for its next owner.
Thank you very much. Cars and food.
Exactly.
Here.
That's the best.
That's the only thing that you can get.
Yes, the best.
But it's not it's not bad.
If it's
Jump
a
out,
if it's a running car, it has
outside,
to
open the
it has to
boot,
run.
open the front, open the rear.
Everything.
Every time.
And also you have to understand each car. Each car is a little different.
Oh, you're right. This is correct. This is
If you don't play with it and understand, how does this one start? This one, the windows.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
everyone's a little different.
Everyone, like a baby.
Yeah. So he was our first angel
Good.
investor.
Congratulations,
And,
you did good.
Thank you.
Those guys are good.
We had a lot of fun and.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Well, I guess good afternoon for you.
We're exhausted. Jordy's taking shots of espresso, so imagine that's how tired we are. I'm dead serious.
And it's working.
So real quick, wanted to make sure the Bugatti was paid because we actually have
It
possession.
was paid yesterday, last night.
Okay, we have possession of the car, and the guy was like, "Hey, did you pay it yet?" So
You proved the wire. Yes.
okay, amazing. It's in California. No. We moved it yesterday. It was at an inspection. So you know what? Let's schedule that immediately for pickup because I would love to have it in Miami.
Does Steven know where it is? Because I asked him for that just yesterday.
Yeah,
Or do
Steven
you
can
have
get it from Gabe. And then the guy was emailing about the white Testarossa, the Jordan Belfort car.
What Testarossa is this?
So it's a 1991 Testarossa that we're buying.
I saw it. James, okay?
Yep.
So I guess we're shipping it only after we have the
Yeah,
service?
we'll ship it in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And we'll see
Okay,
you
you're
Monday.
welcome.
All right.
Have a safe flight.
Thank you. All right. Bye, sweetie. That wasn't staged. That was actual real business going on.
Building is big.
Man, that's gorgeous.
All Ferrari. This is a working area. Here we have 3 ovens, 2 for the paint, 1 for the black. Here we have assembling and disassembling area. Behind we have a warehouse. Here we have metal shaping.
Metal shaping.
The place that we
Yes,
saw the
yes,
blue
it's
mural
gonna be here.
will be here. And underneath this building, from there to there, storage.
Congratulations.
Ciao.
I have a solid $20-25 million of deals that I'm ready to do when you get back.
That's insane.
No, I swear, I'm not kidding.
I love it.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go, man.
I need
Come
it.
on.
He's a GT1. They bought one, and then they sent the money, and then the seller said he wanted to keep it, and they sent the money back. It
No.
was a disaster.
Oh my God.
Disaster.
I
Disaster.
can get one. I can get one.
I know you can. I know you can. I told him. I said it's already done.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Good. Congratulations. You got
Thank
a nice
you.
collection there.
Thank you, man.
So now you're bringing back the Jota, the yellow one?
The yellow Jota is finished. We're bringing that back.
the
It came out
Testarossa you bought,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah, so the Testarossa is a crazy story. It was a famous Palm
Silver with
Beacher.
black.
It's silver with dark blue. He was best friends with the Rolling Stones. He lived in Palm Beach. It was this playboy, and he ended up buying cars all over the world. And he left the car at the Ferrari factory, okay? And they never sold the car. They kept it there for him.
So you bought it from the Ferrari factory?
No, I bought it from his son who lives in Palm Beach. The son didn't even know where the car was. They called him and said, your father left this. They said, your father left this Testarossa with us in 1988. He never registered it. So it has the tourist plates on it. Yeah, it's a flying mirror. It's gorgeous. It's so cool.
Man,
Yes.
That car will sell very quick with the story. Did
Yeah.
you write up?
The story's crazy.
What other cars?
I was waiting on a white Countach. I was supposed to inspect it. I bought it about a month ago, a white low body, triple white, cool car. And it didn't arrive, which sucks. I told Roberto from Cremonini to just inspect it and do whatever it needs. But we saw I inspected the Jota. I saw the LP640, the Grigio Telesto car that we're gonna keep. And then I saw the Van Halen Mura. They're almost done.
How's it look?
Came out sick. It's sick. Honestly, that car is, people are gonna freak. Because it is the way that Eddie drove it, but everything's new. It's beautiful.
Who was the first owner of that car?
Rod Stewart. And then
With those vents.
Yeah, and then Rod Stewart, it became silver. And then Rod Stewart sold it to Valerie Bertinelli. And I don't know who painted it red, but it was red when Eddie owned it its entire life.
That's funny.
The factory said they suggested to do it red because that's the way that Eddie drove it. And after he passed away, they said you should honor him by going back to the way he drove it when he was recording the music. You know how many people want the car? Everybody wants it.
When you had a good time, sis, and you've been in business, and Jordy's good. Tell him
Everybody's
I said hi,
good.
he's
Everybody's good. We're exhausted, but everybody's good.
I'll come next year. And
Okay.
you need your R&R. We're like, I'll come next year. But no, that's good. Good.
So it's funny because at the beginning of this video, we talk about the concept of happiness. And, you know, I've been sort of at a crossroads, and I mentioned that Curated was at a crossroads because we have so much going on. I now have a family, I have 2 kids. And listen, there are long days like this week, 4 days straight, traveling on the phone, trying to manage a business in Miami while also doing these activities. But what's so special about Italy and meeting all the artisans here is that this is reminding me what makes me happy and what's sort of really important. It's not the money. I mean, obviously it's great to have a successful business. It's great to sell cars and make money. But let's be honest, I've been poor before, and once you get to a point where you at least have a roof over your head, really all money is freedom. Luxury is freedom. So freedom to do the things you want to do. So I'm gonna have to be better about choosing to do the things that I want to do and focus on what I really love. But it's chasing incredible cars. It's reimagining the history, or, you know, restoring a car like the SE30 Jota, the London Motor Show car, which means so much to me, and you know, seeing it in flesh. And at the end of the day, I just want to take you guys on the rest of this journey and the rest of the story and sort of figure out the next step for Curated and the next step for some of these incredible cars.